Wednesday morning, women leaders gathered in Kampala to deliberate on the journey women in Uganda have gone through to attain emancipation and economic empowerment. Prime Minister Robinah Nabbanja was chief guest at the dialogue organised by the Secretariat of Sustainable Development Goals (Sdg'S) under the Office of the Prime Minister and the Forum for Women in Democracy, a women's civil society organisation. The Prime Minister cited women leaders who she says were her role models from a district councillor into national politics. Nabbanja directed the Secretariat of Sustainable Development Goals (Sdg'S) under the Office of the Prime Minister to recognise the women leaders who mentored her into leadership.
You have talked about Matembe. I remember there used to be a lady called Tezira Jamwa. That woman used to really be in these things too much. Solomon Mukisa. Do you remember that Mukibi? At one time, she's my mentor, but at one time we have a number of ministers in the cabinet. We are almost making 50-50. That is not a mean achievement. The permanent secretaries, these are big decision makers. Are you aware we have 52% of permanent secretaries? Are you aware? You need to count these women. They are more than men. So we are...
However, she expressed concerns that fellow women are instead fighting to bring her down.
Because we have enough space, isn't it, where we can play our roles. Yes, there are women who have not done as expected. But those are the target. We must help them to do better. Instead of pulling them down. Help them to do better. Help us to do better. If you find that Nabbanja now, because how sure are you that if I leave this position, it will be you? How sure are you? We can easily lose it.
Sarah Opendi is the chairperson of the Uganda Women Parliamentary Association. Opendi wants Uganda to increase the threshold of women's participation at all levels of leadership from 1/3 to 50%, since women are the majority in Uganda.
All that we are requesting for Right Honourable Prime Minister, as our Prime Minister, is to ensure that Uganda as a country moves away from the 1/3 to gender parity. If Rwanda can do it, my humble appeal is that the women who get to these offices use these offices well. When women are named in corruption scandals, it's a complete shame.
Saying that the numbers matter, and with affirmative action and the many women that have come into the space, these numbers do matter, and seeing women in these positions is very important because we are role models for the many young girls out there.
Equitable participation of women in all areas of society, and we campaign for women to have equal access to resources, from financial, labor and natural resources to immaterial resources like education and networks.
The outcome of the dialogue will form part of Uganda's voluntary National Review Report to be presented in New York, USA in July this year.